Hello everyone, welcome to the Moon Awakening. In this video, we will talk about how to control our negative emotion and how to control our mind. Well, the nature of our mind is it always like to render in negative emotions and negative thoughts. Negative thoughts like anger, desire or lust or then jealousy, maybe resentment, these are the negative thoughts that our mind like to enter in. So, how we can control it? Well, I am a learner of Supreme Buddha introduced us a gradual training where you can practice this controlling of negative emotions or negative thoughts in your mind. So, without any further ado, I am going to introduce them to you. So, first and foremost, before getting into these steps, there one thing that you have to practice, and there's one thing that you have to master, and that is awareness. If you're not aware of what you are thinking, if you are not mindful about what you are thinking, then you cannot control it. So you have to totally understand and you have to totally be aware of what you are thinking. Okay, so whenever you become aware of what you are thinking, then you will have that power to control it. So here come the first step of Buddha says. Whenever you become aware of your mind is rendering in negative thoughts like anger or lustful thoughts or resentment or jealousy, the first thing is to shift your thought pattern to something wholesome. There are some wholesome thoughts in your mind which make you peaceful, maybe like thinking of something that you have done in the past, like maybe you help someone. Whenever you think that thought, your mind becomes happy and peaceful. So what you're gonna do is, whenever you become aware of negative thoughts, we are going to shift our thought pattern to something that is wholesome, something that make us peaceful. So that is the first thing that Buddha says. Shift your thoughts to wholes and thoughts. If that the first step did not work out, then what you have to do for the next step? What is the Buddha says? Think about the disadvantages of thinking negative emotions, right? If you're constantly having angry thoughts, then you have to think these thoughts are hurting myself and others. If I take actions according to these thoughts, it will hurt myself and the other. Remember, it may be a little thought of anger, but if it grow up, then what will happen? It will be a destructive. So what do you have to do? Thinking about the drawbacks or disadvantages of thinking these negative thoughts. Then whenever you see these disadvantages, your mind will tend to stay away from these negative thoughts. Most of the time we are not aware of the disadvantages. Okay, so what you have to do, think, if I keep on thinking these negative thoughts, it is not going to help me. It will disrupt my peacefulness, right? That is the second step. Then as the third step, Buddha says, pay no mind, pay no attention. If the second step did not work, I would go for the third step, to not to pay any attention to that thought. Let's see, whenever we give so much attention to something, maybe a thought, it grows again and again, it grows more, right? For an example, if you become angry with someone and you keep thinking about him again and again and becoming angry, that anger will grow more and more. So what do you have to do? We have to let the thought be a thought without paying much attention, right? When you stay away from giving attention, then it will fade away from your mind. It's something like this. Have you seen little babies, when they fall down, they start to cry, right? If the parent or the mother or father See, that is not a big deal of falling if mother or father did not give any attention to that baby. But does he do? He just don't care about that. He will stop crying. Same thing goes with our mind. If we did not pay attention to that thought, right? If he did not care about that thought and just let it go and let it pass away from our mind, then it will fade away. That is one way of doing that. If the third step did not work for you, then the Buddha says go for the fourth step, to relax your thought process. Negative thoughts, your mind becomes so much busy, so much rough and distracted. So what you are going to do is you are thinking, why I am thinking of these distractive thoughts? These are negative thoughts that are making me so much busy and making me distracted, right? So what you are going to do is you're relaxing your thought process to something very soft and subtle, maybe like loving kindness, maybe like compassion, right? Maybe gratefulness. When you think those thoughts, when you think more positive thought, your mind or your thought process becomes so much relaxed. And then if the fourth step did not work, then it becomes the final step. This is something that we have to do. The great care, I do not recommend for everyone to do this. This should be done with a great experience and a good practice, right? And that is to crush your thought with awareness, right? You have to be totally aware of your thinking pattern and have a good determination to your mind that I'm going to think these negative thoughts, right? But this should not be done by everyone, right? Some may be not good at this, right? If you keep on becoming aware and if you keep on forcing this mind, it will grow more and more these negative thoughts. So if all these four steps did not work for you, then you have to go for the final step, right? So it is much better to practice these four thoughts before doing final one. Okay, so practice these things. When you are practice, you will feel and you will understand that your negative emotion are fading away little by little. Remember, that is not going to happen overnight, right? It will not take a long time to do this, but you have to keep on practicing, keep on doing it. Will make it is a habit, and then you will become a master of it. So practice this practice and make you and your mind a place where free from negative thoughts. So that's it in this video. I hope you find this video very helpful. If you find this video very helpful, share with your friends, with your families, and change their mind. And in the meantime, you can watch our other videos. Till stay tuned with us. Bye bye.